Psalm 1. Happy the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But in the law of Jehovah is his delight, and in his law he meditates day and night. And he shall be as a tree planted by the watercourses, which yields its fruit in its season, and his leaf shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. Not so are the wicked, but as the chaff which the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For Jehovah knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked shall perish. Psalm 2. Why do the heathen rage, and peoples imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and rulers take counsel together, against Jehovah and against his anointed. Let us break their bands asunder, and cast away their cords from us. He that sits in the heavens will laugh, the Lord will deride them. Then he will speak to them in his anger, and will confound them in his hot displeasure. Yet it is I that have anointed my king on Zion, my holy mount. I will declare the decree. Jehovah said to me, Thou art my son, I this day have begotten thee. Ask of me, and I will give the heathen for thine inheritance, and the ends of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Now then, the kings, be wise, be warned, the judges of the earth. Serve Jehovah with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry and perish in the way, for quickly will his anger burn. Happy are all who put their trust in him. Psalm 3. A psalm of David. When he fled from Absalom, his son Jehovah, how many are my foes? Many are rising up against me. Many are saying of my soul, there is no salvation for him in God. Pause. But thou, Jehovah, art a shield about me, my glory, and he that lifts up my head. With my voice I cry unto Jehovah, and he hears me from his holy mount. Pause. I have laid me down and slept. I have awaked, for Jehovah sustains me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people who have arrayed themselves against me round about. Arise, Jehovah, save me, my God. For thou hast smitten all my enemies on the cheek. The teeth of the wicked thou hast broken. The salvation is of Jehovah. Thy blessing be upon thy people. Pause. Psalm 4. To the chief musician with stringed instruments. A psalm of David. When I call, answer thou me. My righteous God, in the distress thou didst give me enlargement. Be gracious to me and hear my prayer. Sons of men, how long shall my glory be for shame? How long will ye love vanity? Seek a lie. Pause. But know that Jehovah has set apart his beloved. Jehovah will hear when I call to him. Stand in awe and do not sin. Commune with your heart upon your bed and be still. Pause. Offer sacrifices of righteousness, and put your trust in Jehovah. Many are saying, who will cause us to see good? Lift upon us the light of thy countenance. O Jehovah, thou hast put gladness in my heart, more than in the time when their corn and their new wine increased in peace, while I both lay me down and sleep. For thou, Jehovah, alone wilt make me dwell in safety. Psalm 5. To the chief musician. To the music of wind instruments. A psalm of David. Give ear to my words, O Jehovah. Consider my complaint, attend to the voice of my cry. My King and my God, for to thee will I pray. Jehovah, in the morning shalt thou hear my voice. In the morning will I direct my prayer to thee, and will watch. For thou art not a God that has pleasure in wickedness. Evil shall not dwell with thee. The proud shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Thou wilt destroy them that speak falsehood. Jehovah will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. But I, in the abundance of thy kindness, will I come into thy house. I will worship toward thy holy temple. In thy fear, Jehovah. Lead me in thy righteousness. Because of my enemies, make plain thy way before me. For there is nothing certain in their mouth. Their inward part is corruption. Their throat is an open sepulchre. They make smooth their tongue. Let them bear their guilt, O God. They shall fall by their own counsels. In the multitude of their transgressions, thrust them out, for they have rebelled against thee. But all that trust in thee shall rejoice. They shall ever shout for joy, and thou wilt defend them. And they that love thy name shall be joyful in thee. For thou, Jehovah, wilt bless the righteous with favor. As with a shield wilt thou encompass him. Psalm 6:2, the chief musician with stringed instruments. Upon the 8th, the Psalm of David. Jehovah, do not in thine anger rebuke me, and do not in thy hot displeasure correct me. Be gracious to me, Jehovah, for I waste away. Heal me, Jehovah. For my bones are shaken, and my soul is sorely shaken. And thou, Jehovah, how long return, O Jehovah? Deliver my soul, save me for thy mercy's sake. For in death there is no remembrance of thee in the underworld. Who will give thee thanks? I am wearied with my groaning all the night. I make my couch to swim with tears. I cause my bed to flow, mine eye is wasted with grief. It is grown old because of all my adversaries. Depart from me, all the workers of iniquity. For Jehovah has heard the voice of my weeping. Jehovah has heard my supplication. Jehovah will receive my prayer. All my enemies shall be ashamed and sorely dismayed. They shall turn back, shall be ashamed suddenly. Psalm 7, a plaintive song of David, which he sang to Jehovah, concerning the words of Cush a Ben. Jehovah my God, in thee I put my trust. Save me from all my persecutors and deliver me, lest he tear my soul like a lion, rending in pieces, and there be no deliverer. Jehovah my God, if I have done this, if there is iniquity in my hands, if I have requited with evil him that was at peace with me, yea, I have delivered him that without cause oppressed me, then let the enemy pursue my soul and overtake it, and tread down my life to the earth, and lay my honor in the dust. Pause. Arise, O Jehovah, in thine anger. Raise thyself up amid the wrath of my adversaries, and awake for me thou hast commanded judgment. And let the assembly of the peoples encompass the round and return to the place on high above them. Jehovah will judge the nations. Judge me, O Jehovah, according to my righteousness, and according to my integrity. Within me let now the evil of the wicked come to an end. And thou wilt establish the just, even trying the hearts and reins, righteous God. My shield is with God, who saves the upright in heart. God is a righteous judge, and God is angry every day. If one turn not, he will whet his sword. His bow he has bent and made it ready, and has aimed at him weapons of death. His arrows he will make burning ones. Behold, he will travail with iniquity, and conceive mischief, and bring forth falsehood. He digged a pit and hollowed it out, and fell into the ditch he made. His mischief will return upon his own head, and upon his crown will his violence descend. I will praise Jehovah according to his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name of Jehovah Most High. Psalm 8, to the chief musician on the guitar. A psalm of David. Jehovah our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. Thou whose glory is set upon the heavens, out of the mouth of children and nurse hast thou founded strength, because of thine adversaries, to silence the enemy and the revenger. When I behold thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, moon and stars which thou hast ordained. What is man, that thou shouldst be mindful of him, and a son of man, that thou shouldst visit him, and shouldst make him little lower than angels, and shouldst crown him with glory and honor, shouldst give him dominion over the works of thy hands. All thou hast put under his feet, sheep and oxen all of them, yea, and beasts of the field, bird of heaven and fishes of the sea, that which passes through paths of the sea. Jehovah our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. Psalm 9:2, the chief musician. After the melody Death of the Sun. A psalm of David. I will praise Jehovah with my whole heart. I will recount all thy wondrous works. I will be glad and rejoice in thee. I will sing praise to thy name Most High. When my enemies turn backward, stumble and perish before thee. For thou hast maintained my right and my cause. Thou sattest in the throne judging right. Thou hast rebuked the heathen, hast destroyed the wicked. Their name thou hast blotted out forever and ever. As for the enemy, the desolations are ended forever, and cities hast thou destroyed. Their memory, even theirs, is perished. But Jehovah will sit forever. He has founded his throne for judgment, and he will judge the habitable earth in righteousness. He will judge peoples in uprightness. So let Jehovah be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of distress, and they will trust in thee who know thy name. For thou hast not forsaken them that seek thee, Jehovah. Sing praise to Jehovah who dwells in Zion. Make known his deeds among the peoples, that he who makes inquisition for blood, who has remembered them, which has not forgotten the cry of the suffering. Be gracious to me, Jehovah. Behold my suffering from them that hate me. Thou that liftest me up from the gates of death, that I may recount all thy praise, in the gates of the daughter of Zion, may exult in thy salvation. The heathen have sunk down in the pit they made, in the net which they hid as their own foot taken. Jehovah made himself known. He executed judgment. In the work of his hands was the wicked snared music. Pause. The wicked shall turn back to the underworld, all the heathen that forget God. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The hope of the humble shall not perish forever. Arise. Jehovah, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged before thee. Put them in fear, O Jehovah. Let the heathen know that they are men. Pause. Psalm 10. Wherefore, O Jehovah, standest thou afar off, hidest thyself in times of distress. The wicked in his pride persecutes the lowly. Let them be taken in the devices which they contrived. For the wicked glories in his soul's desire, and greedy of gain forsakes, contemns Jehovah the wicked. Through his pride of countenance, will not seek God, is not in all his thoughts. His ways are sure at all times. Thy judgments are far above, out of his sight. As for all his adversaries, he scoffs at them. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved. I shall never be in adversity. With cursing is his mouth filled, and with deceits and extortion. Under his tongue is mischief and falsehood. He sits in ambush by the villages. In the secret places he slays the innocent. His eyes lurk for the wretched. He lies in wait in the hiding place as a lion. In his covert he lies in wait to seize upon the weak. He seizes upon the weak when he has drawn him into his net. He bows himself, he crouches down, and the wretched fall by his strong ones. He says in his heart, God has forgotten. He has hidden his face, he sees it not forever. Arise, O Jehovah. O God, lift up thy hand. Do not forget the lowly. Wherefore has the wicked contemned? God said in his heart, Thou wilt not require it. Thou hast seen, for thou dost look upon trouble and sorrow, to set them on thy hand to thee. The wretched will commit it. The orphan's helper hast thou been. Break the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Thou wilt search out his wickedness, till thou find no more. Jehovah is king. Forever the heathen have perished from his land. The desire of the lowly thou hast heard. O Jehovah, thou wilt confirm their heart. Thou wilt incline thine ear, to judge the orphan and oppressed, that he no more may dread man that is of the earth. Psalm 11 to the chief musician. A psalm of David. In Jehovah I put my trust. How say that to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain. For lo, the wicked bend the bow. They have fitted their arrow upon the string, to shoot covertly at the upright, in heart when the foundations are destroyed. What can the righteous do? Jehovah is in his holy temple. Jehovah in heaven is his throne. His eyes behold his eyelids. Try the sons of men. Jehovah tries the righteous and the wicked, and lover of violence his soul hates. He will rain on the wicked snares, fire and brimstone and a burning tempest. The portion of their cup for righteous is Jehovah. He loves righteousness. His countenance beholds the upright. Psalm 12 to the chief musician. On the 8th, a psalm of David. Save Jehovah, for the godly ceases. For the faithful fail from the sons of men. They speak falsehood, every man with his neighbor, with flattering lips, with a double heart. They speak, may Jehovah cut off all flattering lips. The tongue that speaks proud things, who say, with our tongue will we prevail. Our lips are our own, who is Lord over us. For the oppression of the lowly, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise, saith Jehovah. I will set him in safety at whom he scoffs. The sayings of Jehovah are pure sayings, silver tried in a furnace of earth, 7 times refined, thou Jehovah. Wilt keep them, wilt guard them from this generation forever. The wicked walk on every side, when the vilest of the sons of men are exalted. Psalm 13 to the chief musician. A psalm of David. How long, Jehovah, wilt thou forget me forever? How long wilt thou hide thy face from me? How long shall I take counsel in my soul, bear sorrow in my heart daily? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me? Look, I pray, answer me, Jehovah, my God, lighten mine eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death, lest my enemies say I have prevailed over him, lest my foes exult when I am ready to fall. But I in thy kindness have I trusted. Let my heart exult in thy salvation. I will sing to Jehovah, for he has been bountiful to me. Psalm 14 to the chief musician. A psalm of David. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. Corrupt, abominable are they in their works, there is none that doeth good. Jehovah looked down from heaven upon the sons of men, to see if there is any that understands, that seeks after God. They have all turned aside together. They are corrupted, there is none that doeth good. Not even one. Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread. Called not upon Jehovah, there were they in great fear. For God is in the righteous generation, the put to shame the counsel of the lowly. For Jehovah is his refuge. For the salvation of Israel, out of Zion. When Jehovah turns the captivity of his people, Jacob will exult, Israel will rejoice. Psalm 15. A psalm of David. Jehovah, who shall sojourn in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy mount? He that walks uprightly and works righteousness, and speaks truth in his heart. He has not slandered with his tongue, who has not done evil to his fellow, nor taken up a reproach against his neighbor. In his eyes a reprobate is abhorred, but he will honor them that fear Jehovah. If he has sworn to his harm, he will not change his money. He has not put out at usury, nor has he taken a bribe against the innocent. He that does these things shall never be moved. The end of Psalms 1 through 15. Recording by Mark Penn. Psalms 16 through 30 of the Book of the Psalms. American Bible Union. Psalm 16 Memorial, Psalm of David. Preserve me, O God, for I trust in thee. Thou, my soul, hast said to Jehovah, Thou art Lord, my good is not aside from thee. As for the saints who are in the earth, they are the excellent, in whom is all my delight. Their sorrows shall be multiplied, that exchange for another. I will not pour out their drink offerings of blood, and I will not take their names upon my lips. Jehovah is the portion of my heritage and of my cup. Thou wilt maintain my lot. The lines have fallen to me, in pleasant places, yea. I have a goodly heritage, I will bless Jehovah. Who has counseled me also? By night my reins admonish me. I have set Jehovah always before me, because he is on my right hand. I shall not be moved therefore. My heart is glad, and my glory exalts also. My flesh shall rest in hope. For thou wilt not abandon my soul to the underworld. Thou wilt not suffer thy Holy One to see corruption. Thou wilt show me the path of life. Fullness of joys in thy presence, pleasures at thy right hand forevermore. Psalm 17, a prayer of David. Hear, O Jehovah the right, be attentive to my cry. Give ear to my prayer from lips not deceitful. Let my sentence come forth from thy presence. Let thine eyes behold the things that are equal. Thou hast tried, my heart hast visited, by night hast asked me. Thou findest nothing I have purposed. My mouth shall not transgress as to the deeds of men. By the word of thy lips, I have kept myself from the paths of the violent. My steps have held fast to thy ways. My feet have not wavered, I have called upon thee. For thou wilt answer me, O God. Incline thine ear to me, hear my speech. Show thy marvelous kindness that thou say, the trusting from such as, rise up against them with thy right hand. Keep me as the apple of the eye. In the shadow of thy wings. Thou wilt hide me from the wicked that oppress me, my deadly enemies that encompass me round. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly at our footsteps. They have now encompassed us. They have set their eyes to bow us down to the earth. He is like a lion that is greedy for prey, and as a young lion lurking in secret places arise. O Jehovah, confront him, make him crouch down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, thy sword. From men thy hand, Jehovah. From men of the world whose portion is in life. And with thy horde thou wilt fill their belly. They shall be surfeited with sons, and leave their excess to their children. As for me, in righteousness shall I behold. Thy face shall be satisfied, when I awake with thy likeness. Psalm 18 to the chief musician. By the servant of Jehovah, by David, who spoke to Jehovah the words of this song, in the day when Jehovah had delivered him from the hand of all his enemies, and from the hand of Saul. And he said, I will love thee, Jehovah, my strength. Jehovah is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. My God, my rock. I will trust in him, my shield. My horn of salvation, my high tower. Praised will I call Jehovah, and from my enemies shall I be saved. The bands of death encompassed me, and floods of the ungodly made me afraid. The bands of the underworld surrounded me. The snares of death confronted me. In my distress I called upon Jehovah, and unto my God. I cried from his temple, he heard my voice, and my cry came before him into his ears. Then the earth shook and quaked, and the foundations of the mountains trembled, and were shaken because he was rough. There went up smoke in his nostril, and fire out of his mouth. Devoured coals were kindled from it. And he bowed the heavens and came down, and thick darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon a cherub and did fly, and soared along on wings of the wind. He made darkness his covering, his pavilion round about him. Dark waters, thick clouds of the skies. From the brightness before him, his thick clouds passed away, hail and coal of fire. And Jehovah thundered in the heavens, and the Most High uttered his voice, hail and coal of fire. And he sent out his arrows and scattered them, and shot forth lightnings and discomfited them. And the channels of water were seen, and the foundations of the world were made bare. At thy rebuke, O Jehovah, at the blast of the breath of thy nostrils. He sent from on high, he took me. He drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy, and from them that hated me, for they were too strong for me. They confronted me in the day of my calamity, and Jehovah became a stay for me, and brought me forth to a large place and delivered me. Because he delighted in me, Jehovah requited me according to my righteousness. According to the cleanliness of my hands, he recompensed me, for I have kept the ways of Jehovah, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his judgments were before me, and his statutes I put not away from me, and I was upright with him, and kept myself from my iniquity. And Jehovah recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanliness of my hands, before his eyes with the gracious. Thou wilt show thyself gracious. With an upright man thou wilt show thyself upright. With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure, and with the froward thou wilt show thyself froward. For thou wilt save an afflicted people, and lofty eyes thou wilt bring low. For thou wilt light my lamp. Jehovah my God will enlighten my darkness, for by thee I shall run through a troop, and by my God I shall leap over a wall. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of Jehovah is tried. A shield is he to all that trust in him. For who is God besides Jehovah, and who is a rock, save our God the mighty? That girds me with strength and has made my way perfect, making my feet like hinds, and on my high places he makes me stand, teaching my hands to war, and a bow of brass is bent by my arms. And thou gavest me the shield of thy salvation. And thy right hand will hold me up, and thy condescension will make me great. Thou wilt enlarge my steps under me, and my ankles waver not. I shall pursue my enemies and overtake them, and shall not turn again till they are consumed. I shall smite them, and they will not be able to rise. They will fall beneath my feet, for thou hast girded me with strength for the battle. Thou wilt make them crouch under me, that rise up against me, and thou hast given me the neck of my enemies, and those that hate me I will destroy them. They will cry, and there is no deliverer to Jehovah, and he answers them not. And I shall beat them small as dust before the wind. As mire of the streets I will pour them out. Thou wilt deliver me from the strifes of the people. Thou wilt make me the head of the heathen. A people I have not known shall serve me at the hearing of the ear. They will obey me. Strangers will profess submission to me. Strangers will fade away, and will tremble from their strongholds. Jehovah lives, and blessed be my rock. And let the God of my salvation be exalted, the mighty who avenges me and has subdued peoples under me, delivering me from my enemies. Yea, thou wilt lift me above those that rise up against me. From the man of violence thou wilt rescue me. Therefore I will praise thee, Jehovah, among the heathen, and to thy name will I sing great deliverances. He gives to his king, and shows kindness to his anointed, to David and to his seed forevermore. Psalm 19 to the chief musician. A psalm of David. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the expanse proclaims his handiwork. Day to day utters speech, and night to night shows knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them has he set a tabernacle for the sun, and he is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber. He rejoices as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of the heavens, and his circuit unto the ends thereof. And there is nothing hidden from his heat. The law of Jehovah is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of Jehovah is sure, making wise the simple. The precepts of Jehovah are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of Jehovah is pure, enlightening the eyes. The fear of Jehovah is clean, enduring forever. The judgments of Jehovah are truth. They are righteous, altogether more to be desired than gold, and much fine gold, and sweeter than honey, and the dropping of the combs. Moreover, by them is thy servant warned. In keeping them there is great reward. Errors who can understand of hidden ones. Do thou acquit me also from presumptuous ones. Withhold thy servant, let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright, and be free from great transgression. Let the words of my mouth and meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, Jehovah, my rock and my redeemer. Psalm 22, the chief musician. A psalm of David. Jehovah answered thee in the day of trouble. The name of the God of Jacob defend thee, send thee help from the sanctuary, and strengthen thee from Zion. Remember all thy offerings, and accept thy burnt sacrifice. Grant thee according to thy heart, and fulfill all thy counsel. May we shout for joy in thy deliverance, and in the name of our God lift up a banner, Jehovah. Fulfill all thy petitions. Now know I that Jehovah saves his anointed. He will answer him from his holy heavens, with the saving strength of his right hand. Some in chariots and some in horses, but we in the name of Jehovah, our God, will glory. They have bowed down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. Jehovah save. Let the King answer us in the day we call. Psalm 21 to the chief musician. A psalm of David. Jehovah, in thy strength shall the king rejoice. and in thy salvation how greatly shall he exalt. Thou hast given him his heart's desire, and hast not withholden the request of his lips. Pause. For thou dost anticipate him with blessings of goodness. Thou settest a crown of pure gold on his head. He asked of thee life, and thou gavest it to him. Length of days, forever and ever, great is his glory and thy salvation. Honor and majesty thou dost lay upon him, for thou makest him a blessing forever. Thou dost gladden him with joy by thy countenance. For the king trusts in Jehovah, and through the kindness of the Most High he shall not be moved. Thy hand will find out all thy enemies. Thy right hand will find out those that hate thee. Thou wilt make them as a fiery furnace. In the time of thine anger, Jehovah will swallow them up in his wrath, and fire will devour them. Their fruit thou wilt destroy from the earth, and their seed from the sons of men. For they spread out evil against thee. They devised a plot, they shall not prevail. For thou wilt make them turn their back. With thy bowstrings thou wilt aim against their face. Exalt thyself, Jehovah, in thy strength. We will sing and praise and song thy power. Psalm 22 to the chief musician. After the melody hind of the morning. A psalm of David. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? Far from my deliverance are the words of my groaning. My God, I cry in the daytime, and thou answerest not, and in the night season, and there is no quiet for me. But thou art wholly enthroned in the praises of Israel. In thee our fathers trusted. They trusted, and thou didst deliver them. To thee they cried and were freed. In thee they trusted and were not ashamed. But I am a worm and not a man, a reproach of men and despised of the people. All that see me mock at me. They thrust out the lip, they shake the head, saying, Committed to Jehovah, he will deliver him. He will rescue him, for he delights in him. But thou art he that took me out of the womb, that made me trust when on my mother's breasts. On thee was I cast from the womb, from the bowels of my mother. Thou art my God, be not far from me. For trouble is near, for there is no helper. Many bulls have encompassed me. Strong ones of Bashan have beset me round. They gaped upon me with their mouth, a ravening and roaring lion. I am poured out like water, and all my bones are parted. My heart is become like wax, melted in the midst of my bowels. My strength is dried up like a potter's, and my tongue cleaves to my jaws. And thou wilt lay me in the dust of death. For dogs have encompassed me. The assembly of evildoers have enclosed me, piercing my hands and my feet. I may number all my bones. They look, they stare upon me. They part my garments among them, and for my vesture they cast lots. But thou, Jehovah, be not afar off. Oh, my strength, hasten to my help. Rescue my soul from the sword, my life from the power of the dog. Save me from the lion's mouth and answer, and rescue me from the horns of wild oxen. I will declare thy name to my brethren. In the midst of the assembly will I praise thee that fear Jehovah. Praise him, all the seed of Jacob. Glorify him and fear him, all the seed of Israel. For he is not despised nor abhorred the affliction of the afflicted, and he has not hid his face from him. And when he cried to him, he heard of the shall be my praise in the great congregation. My vows I will pay before them that fear him. The humble shall eat and shall be satisfied. They will praise Jehovah that seek him. May your heart live forever. All the ends of the earth shall remember, and turn to Jehovah, and all the families of nations shall worship before thee. For the kingdom is Jehovah's, and he is ruler among the nations. They eat and worship. All the rich of the earth before him shall bow. All that go down to the dust, and he that cannot keep his soul alive,